The college football experience, Week 10 Weekend Bombs edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/SGPN. Use the promo code SGPN for a first deposit match up to $100. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use the promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. Plus, we're brought to you by the MMA Gambling Podcast. They just launched their YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. And to celebrate, we're giving away an MMA Gambling Podcast hoodie. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/MMA hoodie for all the details. Once again, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/MMA hoodie for all the details. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
This is Brock Purdy from Iowa State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience. Week 10 college football bombs. Yes. Hopefully you're subscribed and watching this one on YouTube, youtube.com/the college experience. Because we got a loaded, absolutely loaded Week 10 college football slate, and there's some big time bombs out there. Let me tell you that right now. I'm keeping him. He's walking on eggshells. Right? Look, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Gundy. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Very healthy. I know. Shout out to the chat. Daniel's already in there.
Yeah.
He's saying, Dundee, I got a bone to pick with you after your East Carolina Pirates and their BS cover last week. You should know better than to fade. Get it out of the way early, right?
Pillar to post. That wasn't bullshit at all.
I got a feeling that song might be playing later on. I am joined by, look, this normally it's a C block. This might be the fucking what this is a triple header here.
Yeah, triple head. The say trade block.
What do we call it? Yeah, we gotta call this something. I feel like
the C trade block.
Yeah, C trade block.
CJ C Trey.
Hopefully you caught the Sports Gambling Podcast with CJ Sullivan earlier. That went into the bottom line bombs. Mm-hmm. And then somehow magically headlining this thing is the college football experience weekend bombs edition. How's that for your Thursday afternoon, folks? All right.
Love it.
Fantastic. You don't even need to hit happy hour tonight.
But you still can.
Yeah, but you still can. And I am joined, if you're watching, you already know. All right. I am joined by the host of the Bottom Line Bombs podcast. They call him the man in the box. I give you one, CJ Sullivan.
Yes, thank you, Dundee. It's great to be here on the Trey part of the C block extended. Flipped it around. Love it. Big slate, weekend 10 slate. More double-digit dog winners. People coming in already picking bones.
Ooh,
what are they doing?
Yeah,
well, obviously, they're not listening to the weekend bomb show because we get double-digit dog money line dog big game hunters.
Yeah. Shout out to Daniel in the chat. You hear these? I know I hit on this last night, but have you been following this Gundy, Brian Bosworth feud?
No. What happened? Let me hear some Mike. I would love to hear some Mike Gundy Bosworth feud.
Let's just say
there's so many great stories going on in college football.
Let's just say that everything. Oh, is it Daniel? My bad. It's Daniel. My bad. My apologies, Daniel.
Oh, in the chat.
Yeah, in the chat. Shout out to Daniel in the chat. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. We had just a kind of everything that's great with college football in the 1980s is like suddenly back.
Yeah.
So Mike Gundy was doing a presser saying, and I see if I could quickly pull the article up for you, but he basically said that as a freshman he played. The rivalry's been strong since the 80s. It was even stronger then. He played as a freshman at Oklahoma State at quarterback.
All right.
Brian Bosworth spit on his face. So then later in the game, he spit on his face, and then he was in Oklahoma City. Stillwater to Oklahoma City. It's a little bit of a distance.
Yeah.
Norman is close to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And he said he was at a house party, and apparently the party found out. They called Bosworth and another teammate. They showed up to fight him, and he said, "I didn't know whether I should kick him or not because kick him and run because I had to make a business decision." But he goes, Brian Bosworth, I had to, he was on his vitamin C.
Okay.
If you get what he's saying.
Yeah.
And he goes, and he was having some few drinks. So, basically calling him out saying, I wasn't sure if he took his vitamin C. I didn't want to take a chance on that. He was super red in the face. So I can only deduce that he was on that.
Where is he saying all this? Has he got a podcast or something?
There's a press conference.
Jesus.
And then here's the best part. Is
how chatty is this gun?
The Boz answers on social media saying, hey, look, it's still a fucking strong rivalry, and we're gonna beat the shit out of you this weekend.
Yeah.
And how about you meet me? How about you be man enough, old school style, to meet me at the 50-yard line, face to face, and we're settle it. Oh, fucking. Hey, hold on. There's so many levels of this that I love.
Yeah.
Hey, love. I miss the days of your star defensive player in the rivalry game spitting on the opposing team's quarterback. Then the big one is I love. He's at a party in Oklahoma City, 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Someone let Bosworth know.
We'll be down there.
Yeah. Oh, come on. This is high school over. This is fantastic.
Yeah, that's Oklahoma for you too.
Fantastic.
And he wants to fight him this week on the 50-yard line.
And that's the best part about it is it still hasn't gotten super, they haven't got past it.
I love it. What if Gundy took him up? All right, Boz, let's do it. Let's fight before the game.
Who you taking? Who sets him on?
Oh, I'm taking Boz no matter what. I mean, you fucking kidding me? He's goddamn Boz.
Shout out.
Steroids stunted his brain and his growth, but he's still the goddamn Boz.
It's true. He's doing these Dr. Pepper commercials. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Okay, so look, there's a bunch of juicy games you want to get to this weekend.
You spit in someone's face now. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, you're out of college football for years.
Oh my god!
Right? You play at NAIA. All right. Actually, the better one's the house party. Just the fact that because Norman to Oklahoma City, that's like that's like far. DC to Baltimore. You know what I mean? Like wait, he's there. Keep his ass there. Give him another beer.
Yep.
I'll be there in 30. All right. Show this pussy quarterback something.
I can't believe Gundy told this story at a press conference.
Love it.
It's great.
Love it.
It's not a call-in show like Dabo taking in fucking.
Tell me you heard that.
Of course.
Why
are they still doing call-in shows? Coaches.
You know why they have to do this, right? This is one of the college football's greatest like lies, essentially, right? So college football tries to justify the fact that they pay Dabo like $120 million over 10 years or something, right? $11 million a year, whatever the fuck it was. The math, I don't know.
It's the most absurd contract ever, right?
But they try to justify it because they're an institution. It's about education, right?
Sure is.
So they say, this chunk of money is allocated to the public appearances, entertainment, entertainment purposes. And he'll do a weekly radio show.
Yeah.
We were talking about this yesterday too. It was like, I'm one of the few people that probably actually still will dive in just because I live in Los Angeles and you're in like countless hours of traffic all the time. Just literally got here. Hour and a half in a car right now. Just did it right now.
Yeah.
I didn't turn on the radio this trip, but there are times where I've turned on the radio just to see what's going on.
See what's happening.
Yeah. But I don't think there's many left out there When's the last time you turned on the car radio, CJ?
Turn on the car radio?
Yeah.
I do it every day. I love turning. I love.
Yeah? You do the local radio?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So maybe I'm wrong. Because I was going to say in Dabo, how many people still listen to actual?
No, yeah. Not a lot of people do that. No.
Yeah.
I'm still a terrestrial radio.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I never got paid. No, I know everyone does do the digital and the serious and all that, but sometimes those shows are on there. But it's just hilarious listening to these $15 million coaches take calls from fucking Cooter.
I like how he says like, how you think you can do my job?
Right.
Well, come do it and apply. I'm like, Dabo, every person in America would want that job.
I know.
Now they might not be as good as you.
Right. No, you're perfect at your job, right? No, I'm not, but I also don't get paid $11 million fucking dollars.
Yeah, we're gonna Best Buy right now.
They know,
and we're barely hanging on right now. All right? They can't give me 24 hours a week. Anyway, let's get into it. There's some juicy bombs going on.
Let's get into it.
But before I do that, I want to tell you the college football experience is brought to you by Prize Picks. With the basketball season here, this should have happened a long time ago. All right, but I'm glad Prize Picks got hip to it, got wise to it, because with basketball season here now, you can now pick combo projections across football and basketball from the Specials League, a league created specifically for combo projections that includes 2 or more players from different sports or leagues. Example would be, I remember wondering this, honestly. I remember being like 22 years old. I'm in Vegas.
Right.
Just sitting there saying, why can't I take Jake Delhomme over 200 yards?
Yeah.
And at the same time, parlay that with, Juwan Howard having 12 boards. You know what I mean?
There was a Monday Night Football game back when Monday Night Football for a couple of years, they'd do halftime highlights. They would have like the highlights of the week thing, and they would do like a country song or something to do the music to the highlights. And I never forget, it was the one after Delhomme threw like 5 interceptions or something, and it was like the song was like "Bad Day in the Office if your name's Jake Delhomme." That always rugged.
Super Bowl. Hey, was a 50-yard kick away from winning the Super Bowl. All right,
Jake Delhomme.
But everyone wants to say Tom Brady's the greatest ever. Jake Delhomme almost took him down. All right.
John Casey.
Nick Foles almost did take him down. Did take him down.
Yeah.
Look, my point is that having multiple sports involved with bets should have happened.
Right.
How did it take this long?
No reason why it shouldn't. It certainly doesn't correlate. What the hell's going on here?
That's why Prize Picks is genius. And look, you want to play along some of Prize Picks favorites?
I do.
Maybe you want to tail Meek Mill. And or Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, why don't you tell Andrew Schultz?
Yeah,
let's see what his picks are.
I like saying it like Dr. Schultz. Yeah. Look, you can find community plays under the promos tab to view, some of the biggest names out there in the universe. Mm-hmm. They might get Lorenzo Lamas's play on if Dylan Gabriel's going to rush for over 80 yards. It's up to you to figure that out. And look, this is great about Prize Picks too. They have the reboot policy. So even if one of your players gets injured for football or basketball games, even if they get injured in the first quarter, man, this is fantastic. They have that
what
play.
Do they do?
They do a reboot.
You're screwed, right? Your player gets hurt, you're screwed.
No, they're gonna have your back. They reboot it.
What?
All right, they hit that reboot button. Prize Picks is the only daily fantasy sports platform with an insurance policy for injuries. Woo. Folks, what are you doing now? Go to prizepicks.com/SGPN. Use the promo code SGPN for a first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/SGPN. Promo code SGPN. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
So it's coward proof.
Coward proof. Let's go. I mean, with college football, shit, I've started Jalen Daniels in my DFS lineups like 7 times this year.
Right.
Plays one of them.
Then I agree with that refund. If you're playing Jalen Daniels, for sure. But other than that,
at what point do they burn you on that? Being like, look, the guy's been doing it all fucking year.
I know.
You know what
it's
I mean?
on you at this point. Fool me 5 times.
We're also brought to you by the MMA Gambling Podcast contest. Look, the MMA Gambling Podcast has just launched their YouTube channel. And in honor of that, we're giving away an MMA Gambling Podcast hoodie to one lucky winner. Jalen Daniels had a back injury. Who knows if he was out at a bar in Lawrence, Kansas, and some old dude that knew some MMA was listening to the MMA Gambling Podcast, walked into that that O'Sullivan's bar over there. See what I did there?
Yeah. O'Sullivan's, Little Shanties.
And next thing you know, Jalen Daniels took a couple knees to the back, and he's been out. All right, a couple high knees to the back. And look, it's great. Don't start a fight with a guy with an MMA gambling podcast hoodie on. That could be you, essentially. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/MMA hoodie to submit your entry today. And make sure to subscribe to the MMA Gambling Podcast on YouTube, folks. And remember, as always, to let it ride. All right. We are back on the college football experience. And here we are. A little hot in here, isn't it?
A little hot. I already took off the jacket. Took off the shirt.
Our bosses.
It's a bit steamy.
What am I working for Nike? What the fuck's going on here? All right. We doing a 24-hour shift?
I know.
What's going on?
God, it's a telethon anyway. You can.
I thought I was too old to work for Nike. All right. Look, we got some games kicking off within the hour now. I am furious.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, furious for us for recording this show because I did take Wake Forest plus 12.5, and I also took that on the money line. Damn it, it's down to 6.5 right now because Riley Leonard's not playing. I was ready to give out. This is a rivalry that goes back to like 1888.
Right.
This was a perfect spot for the Demon Deeks to fuck up their rivals.
Yeah. I love Wake. Now, what's it down to?
It's down to 6.5 because Riley Leonard's definitely not playing. He's out for multiple weeks now with some type of toe injury.
I wanted double digits with him. Yeah, well, it's almost like they shouldn't have brought Riley Leonard back too soon for no damn reason because you weren't going to be Florida State. I mean, what were they doing? He re-injured him.
Yeah, this is done now. The drop off though between A and B might be the biggest in college football.
Yeah. I still like Wake.
Yeah.
Duke can't do anything.
I still like Wake too, but
I had Duke's under last week. That was never a sweat. I mean, they can't do a thing.
I'm going to quickly answer this one here for Ryan because you came to the right place. We are the college football experience.
Yep.
And shout out to the 1-star review we got over the weekend. Look, you guys way off topic, but do either of you guys have a take on this Mississippi Valley State Bethune-Cookman game? Bethune's laying 10.5. Look, both teams are 1-7, but Bethune's been like a good 1-7, meaning like they've played tight games, whether it was Jackson State, whether it was Southern. On the other side of it, Mississippi Valley State's been ass pretty much the whole year. Yeah, a game. I think one game they played somebody close. I think it's in Daytona Beach, Florida. You ever been to Daytona Beach?
Yeah, it's beautiful. There's some hot tamales down there in Daytona, coconut oils, and your Tropicana girls. And yeah,
I stayed at a hotel with like questionable used condoms on the floor, or behind the desk.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. It's still beautiful. It depends on how you define beauty.
I love Daytona. No, it's fucking wild down there.
I'm of the opinion you take Bethune minus the points.
Yes, I am too.
I know they had Ed Reed for 3 days. No one cleaned his fucking office, but all right. I think you take Bethune because Valley State is complete ass. They're on the road going all the way down to Florida. So I think we do that. All right, let's move along. Live Dogs Sullivan, have you had a chance to I mean, what's the biggest live dog you like on the board? I'm curious.
Wow, we're already going
going right in.
Go right at it.
Look, I figure if we're talking Bethune-Cookman, Mississippi Valley State,
I know
we might as well,
Well, we got a couple that I think have. I mean, there's a couple out there.
Are you taking the bait on Pat Narduzzi?
Not taking Narduzzi.
What's going on? You spent some time in the great city of Pittsburgh.
I'm so done with it.
What's happening with those Pitt Panthers?
I'm so goddamn done with the Pitt Panthers. They've ruined all our tickets. They're fucking worst. I mean, our futures have been absolutely destroyed by this son of a bitch.
Look at this guy over here. 3 podcasts deep. Pat Narduzzi's the thing that's going to defeat him. All right?
God, why'd you come out with Pat? No, I'm not falling for no Pat Narduzzi trap. There's a couple out there though that are nice.
All right, I'm all ears.
I don't know if I want to say one that you will never think have no chance. Here's one I know you will have. You think has a chance.
Someone says I love it, Gundy, when you have Matt Rule in studio. Someone's calling you Matt Rule.
Matt Rule, I know. Well, he had a very passionate speech about all the women.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, you see that?
That Rule 8.
Even if your moms aren't here, my mom's there. My mom's across country. How Matt Rule's like, my mom can't be with us tonight. I thought he was going to say she's dead. She's across the country. Well, get her a fucking ticket. What do you mean?
Yeah, did you just take like $100 million of the Panthers' money?
About? She's across the country. Fly her in. The hell she got going on?
I don't know if Lincoln, Nebraska has an airport. That's tough. You got to go to like fucking Omaha and then jump over.
Well, sorry there in the chat. It's getting a little hot. I'll take Matt Rule. I've been called worse. There's a couple big ones. The biggest one, plus 700. It's a good spot for them. I love this team.
Are we talking the Rice Owls?
No, they're not.
Okay. I don't think they're plus 700. I was like,
no, they're plus 360, plus 12. Oh, they're on the list though.
Okay.
You know our Rice Owls are on the list.
Yeah, that's a big game for us.
No, I start right off getting 18.5. Give
where the fuck are
bowl
you?
Eligible Rutgers.
Oh, you're crazy.
Come on
you're
now.
Fucking crazy.
Ohio State had it's a big letdown spot. Wisconsin, Ohio State. You watch my Rutgers. Fat and sassy, getting that overrated number 1 slot. I mean, he had it deserved because of their schedule, but come on.
Buddy.
This quarterback for the Buckeyes is terrible. Marvin Harrison spins around like he just fucking flies up and rescues him on every goddamn third down play.
So you're really buying it.
I'm buying right in.
I know you're from the great state of New Jersey.
Well, here's the thing. I'm taking the 18
Garden State, baby.
Garden State. I'm taking the 18 and a half. What exit up the Garden State Parkway?
Do I gotta?
Why wouldn't you sprinkle on some at Rutgers?
Well, here's my retort to.
What's the problem?
Well, the problem would be this. This is one of those brand new rivalries that the Big Ten created. In 2014, they played their very first meeting. So it's 2014.
Yeah.
They finally meet on the gridiron.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2023 now. Last time I checked.
Okay.
Ohio State's 9-0.
Right.
Those wins by
Sure.
39, 42, 58, 56, 49, 35, 22, 39, 39. There was a 22 out there.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think Ohio State.
This is a different Rutgers team
on defense.
Yeah, and this is a bad.
It's the same Rutgers team on offense.
Yeah, it sure is. They give Michigan a little scare if they didn't know their goddamn plays. If they didn't have, some guys in disguise wearing the hat and glasses, wearing the old fucking sunglasses.
Yeah, Michigan, you could have hired me.
Moneyline Mackin on the sideline. This guy in the goatee.
I could have went to that Chips game.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no, this guy blended in. He looked like every goateed son of a bitch, vague, fucking random college dipshit coach. Of course.
In Mount Pleasant, Michigan.
Right. That's the most believable part of the story. Like, how do you not know he's on your side? Easy. Have you seen these sidelines?
He is wearing sunglasses at night, though. That's the one tip-off. It's like...
he's a Corey Hart fan. That's all.
It's late summers in Michigan.
Yeah.
I've been to what's that island? Mackinac. I've been to Mackinac Island. Yeah.
Been to the UP. Yeah, it gets rough up there. You go hunting. All right, if you don't like that one, I'll switch off to that.
I can't take that one. But there is one at 18.
Is it not a letdown for Ohio State, though? Penn State, Wisconsin, back-to-back.
Sure. But
coming out of the gates with the number 1 ranking. They're feeling themselves.
I see that point. The problem is it's Rutgers.
It is Rutgers. Okay. All right. Remember last week when you denied
Arizona State?
It was more control. You asked me for my biggest one. I threw the biggest one out there. All right. You can't set me up by teasing me with the question and then
I'm going to set you up
and
with
then
that
question
18.
the freedom and which I provide.
You need me on that wall. All right.
Either you pick up a gun because I don't give a damn what you think or what you don't think you're entitled to.
Oh man. Folks, youtube.com/the college experience. I'm going to take you to one. I'll stay exactly in your zone.
All right, here we go.
Army started to pass the ball a lot.
Now it's just becoming a roast battle. We're just joking.
We're doing
mama.
I'm fucking doing it
We're
again.
doing your mama jokes against each other.
I'm doing it again.
All right.
Give me the 18.
Yeah.
And the Army Black Knights. They've won 2 of the last 3.
They're throwing the ball now.
Dude, they're throwing the ball. They have like a turnover. They average like a turnover one every like 4 plays.
This game's in Denver, right?
Great idea to ditch the triple option.
Yeah.
You got fucking, someone like me playing quarterback. You come on. 13-7 a year ago, Air Force One. They escaped.
I mean, it is an armed forces game, so you take the under. Oh, it's an autoplay. This is in Denver, right?
Did you order the code red? Did you order the code red?
You're goddamn right. I am.
Take the fucking 18 to cover your ass, but ride the plus 775.
Army's garbage.
Dude, that
I know, but Air Force is so good. But it's an Air Force game. It'll be mucked up.
And they know how to practice against this shit. It was Air Force. The real score of that Air Force Navy game should have been 7-0 Air Force.
Yes,
that wheel route for 94 yards in the first quarter.
I agree.
Was a game ender, right?
10-0 at the very most.
I also like the under in that game. 32.5.
I mean, it's an autoplay. It's hack, but it's an autoplay. You play Armed Force unders. It hits.
Yeah,
it hits
it does.
every time.
Every fucking time. You ride that under.
Yep.
You sprinkle that money line. You take Army plus 18 points.
All right, let's do it.
You think pick Dundee later. Give me another 1-star review. I'd appreciate it.
What did they say about us?
I mean, I think it was more. This one was coming straight from me,
or towards you. They don't dare come after the bombs.
I know they don't. They're like, who's this wacko over here?
They booked Matt Rule. They're not going to come after him.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna read this one. Dumbasses. Well, maybe that's the headline.
That could be me. What do you mean? Why are you so dismissive?
These dudes have first off, these dudes never have a clue what they're talking about.
All right, well, it's still me.
Especially when it comes to X's and O's.
X's and O's. Do you see a fucking whiteboard up here? What are you talking about? We're not drawing up anything. It's a goddamn
podcast. What the fuck
podcast.
is he talking about? Listening to this show is just a complete waste of time.
All right.
Dude said recruiting rankings were a sham, and he completely lost me there. The host is just a total moron.
Well, that's you. That's definitely you.
Yes.
The rankings are a sham. What's he talking about?
Perfect example this past year. And I can do this for a lot of players. I'm just saying, there was a guy named Cormani McClain. You might have heard of him. Deion Sanders flipped him from Miami to Colorado. He was a 5-star that the minute that he got flipped from Miami to Colorado, he became a 4-star. Do I need to say anything else?
Saying, right? Yeah, that is.
I mean, dude, it's been a sham for a long fucking time. Now, it's not to say that some of it isn't.
No, it's all narrative driven. I mean, absolutely.
And
I mean, and you know,
there's so many examples I can use for this, but anyway, I love that review. Please, folks, if you can get over to iTunes and give us another 1-star review.
at least they care.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of double-digit dogs.
Yep, double-digit dogs. That's what we're doing here on Weekend Bombs.
Well, we got some yappers later,
and we've given you winners, by the way.
Gonna give you some. You're gonna laugh at me.
Well, of course,
the chat is gonna give me another 1-star review after this one. But I really believe this. I really believe ECU is live. I really fucking believe.
You gotta believe.
I really fucking believe. Yes. Let me tell you something about East Carolina. They have a history of beating Tulane. Right. Last year we lost in New Orleans, but the last time they came to Greenville, they lost. Greenville doesn't need a reason to party. Right?
No, they do not.
They're gonna show up for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Tulane has been living on the edge lately. So you have an ECU team that has yet to be a FBS. They were chippy. They covered against the Roadrunners in that filthy Alamo Dome, right?
Yeah.
Tulane, let me just rattle off what they've done recently. First off, they stormed back to beat UAB, a bad UAB team. Now, they did win that by 12, but they were down late in that game. Then the North Texas, they only beat by 7.
Yep.
Rice, they only beat by 2. They're living on the edge, to quote that great musician from the 90s.
Aerosmith?
Yeah. Why was I going to say Bryan Adams?
Steven Tyler. Bryan Adams. Right. Summer 69.
Summer on the edge. All right.
Summer on the
So.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Dowdy.
Cuts like a knife.
It's going to get rowdy at the Dowdy.
Rowdy at the Dowdy.
You think I'm insane for this? Plus 600 money line play.
They're coming off a nice game.
Here's another
angle. Coming off a cover versus a better team than who they're playing, right?
Another angle. Mike Houston, Willie Fritz have faced each other like 30 fucking times back to their FCS days.
Yeah.
Pirates Take the plus 17 to
right.
cover your ass.
Cutest song.
You're hitting it. Well, that's the wrong song. Let's go. Let's go.
I love it.
Did you have that on your sheet?
No, I knew. You know why? I knew you would cover it. I didn't want to even step on any ECU toes. I didn't want to set you up. I knew it would come up right out the gates. No, nor do I believe in it. But good luck to you. I certainly won't take Tulane. I like. I mean, last week was inspiring, for sure.
Of course.
Absolutely. It was their best effort.
You got another double-digit dog you like it out there?
Well, I already took out number 1, Ohio State. Why not go after number 2?
Oh, please.
Georgia.
Please.
Get
Right?
Mizzou. Mizzou's a play away from being undefeated, for crying out loud. They had a 10-point lead with 5 minutes to go. I mean, my God, versus LSU.
They should have.
They should have beat LSU.
But they also probably should have lost to Middle Tennessee.
Sure. That doesn't change the fact that they're plus 520 going into Georgia, coming off the world's cocktail party.
That's the spot you like.
You've
been partying your ass off all week in Jacksonville.
And Georgia only flexes their muscles during points of this year when we start questioning if they are the same Georgia team like last week.
Yeah.
Let's see how they look without Bowers. They look just fine. They look great.
They actually look better.
Yeah, they look a lot better. Everything worked. They kicked the shit out of Florida. But some of that sleepy Georgia team's still in there. And I know they're not going to fall asleep for a Missouri game, but coming back in, it's a letdown spot. 15.5, I'll take surely. Why not 520? They'll be with that offense, those receivers.
I like it more than the Rutgers play. I'm not on this one. I'm not on this one. I'm on the dogs.
You're on the dogs?
I'm on the dogs. But I like it better than the Rutgers Ohio State play. All right.
All right.
See what I did there?
I'll take that as a compliment.
It's a backwards compliment.
Yeah. Not even left-handed, just a backwards.
See, I think the fact that they're ranked so high in those,
it hurts.
And then you add in last year they almost beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I think Georgia's going to be in fuck you mode.
Yeah.
I mean, like a 35-10 final.
Yeah, for sure. They absolutely could.
And Insano's asking about a Rutgers Missouri parlay.
Yes, sir.
What would that pay out?
Let's fire it in. Hold on now. Captain Insano, I like where you're thinking. So Rutgers at plus 700.
Yeah.
And then we go down. Now we keep scrolling on down. No. What number in the rotation is that for us there? Should I toss ECU in there too?
I mean,
Captain Insano wants no parts of that. I like Ohio State and Georgia going down same weekend.
I hope you're right. Well, not actually. No, I bet Ohio State, but I didn't bet the Georgia Mizzou game.
You're on Ohio State.
I bet Ohio State
because of their history.
I think Rutgers' offense is good for 2 pick sixes. Can we find that prop over 1 pick six? Let's go.
That you probably could find for sure. At least defensive touchdowns.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me try to.
If you can find that, folks, get an Ohio State defensive touchdown prop in that fucking game. Thank me later.
I'm just looking at that Iowa Northwestern total shot up to 30.5. All right, 520. Okay. All right. Well, we're looking at
I'm seeing Ryan Hasty in the chat says plus
48.5 to 1. I'm looking at.
Wow. That's even better than Hasty's book.
What's Hasty?
42 essentially.
Yeah. All right. I got plus 700 plus 520. So that's equal 48.60.
Woo.
For 1 and 2 to fall down. I'm putting that.
That's bold.
I'm putting that in right now.
That's bold. You do it.
Who are we
you
kidding?
do it.
Who
You
are we
do
kidding?
it.
Who are we kidding? There couldn't be an easier parlay than that one.
Yeah. You do it, buddy.
I'm more worried about Missouri than Rutgers. Rutgers, I'm locking in.
My East Carolina one makes way more sense.
All right.
Way more fucking sense. All right.
It's in. It's locked in. I'm in there.
All right. Good. Because I got a few others I like. And by the way, the chat's asking about us tonight. Well, the TCU game just kicked, so we can't even give you.
What's that? Tonight's games?
It's already going. The TCU Texas Tech.
Sorry, we talked about Wake Forest Duke a little bit. We like Wake, but not at 6.5.
I'm seeing, and that's even at 7 now. So it went up half a point.
I still like Wake. I still like Wake.
It was a 3-point game last year.
Yeah.
These games are always wacky.
Duke looks terrible without.
Yeah. Give me Wake money line play, and then South Alabama Troy. South South
Yeah.
Alabama starting quarterbacks ruled out, just like Duke. Carter Bradley, Toledo transfer.
Really?
Yeah. So give me Troy minus the points. Let's go.
Hmm. I don't know if I can do that. What? That does change things for quarterbacks out, obviously.
Yeah, and he's like he's like one of those. He's one of those Chris Farley 7 years.
Is he a doctor?
Yeah. Where the fuck is my line here? But yeah, he's been in college for a long, long time. And
I still think that's too many points.
yeah,
I'll take South Alabama there.
you're wild.
Just as lean. I mean, I'm not playing it, but if I had to, I'd go South Alabama.
Okay. Okay. Well,
but we agree on Wake.
we do agree on Wake. But you ready for one?
Yes.
Tragic magic. Bloomington.
Ooh, yeah.
Bloomington.
Yes.
All right.
Sir, yes, sir.
And
I was looking at that myself.
I mean, we're talking. I know Bobby Knight didn't coach football, but what you didn't know is that
he's a legend, though.
Bill Parcells was his former assistant coach in basketball at Army. So I got a feeling he's a football guy at heart.
What was the story? Bill Parcells punched a dude and ran into the locker room, and they put him in a duffel bag to ship him out of there so the cops wouldn't catch him. Oh, good guys. Good guys.
Nothing like a strong punch to the face.
I tell you what, I know. I tell you what, Huggins is the only one we got left of that dying breed of
I know.
those coaches, man.
It started with Weaver, man.
Yeah.
Earl Weaver gone.
Yeah, right.
You're right, though.
All right, here we go. So you like
Dick is still alive.
No,
Right?
Dick is still alive for sure. Dick is still alive.
So I think Wisconsin lay a 9.5 in Bloomington. The energy, they're probably going to do some type of halftime ceremony. I haven't looked into this, but I'm sure that that there's something out there,
Right.
Regarding, and I have a Bobby Knight drop. I don't know where the hell my shit is on the soundboard. All right. All I have is this. All right.
I hear there's rumors on the internets.
I think Indiana is live to win.
Yeah.
Last time they played, Indiana won 14-6 during the COVID year.
Where was that at? No, that was on COVID, right?
So we had no fans. But look, this one's in Bloomington. They'll be fans.
Mm-hmm.
Tragic magic scenario going off in Bloomington. Give me the Hoosiers plus the 9.5. Sprinkle that plus 280 on the money line. Let's go.
Wow.
Let's
I
go.
like it. Why not? Why the hell not? The only problem with it is it's a bad matchup. Obviously, with they don't stop the run. They can't. They're going to become one dimensional.
Didn't Wisconsin lose Braylon Allen?
They got that other guy though. They have 2 running backs.
Let me just rattle off the injury report for Wisconsin here.
All right.
I think Allen is questionable, by the way, but their other guy is Ches Maluski.
He's
out for the season.
He's out. Right. That's what I meant.
Talking 3 running backs deep. And also
Maluski's out.
Tight end Jack Pugh is questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Tight end Angel Toombs is out for the year.
Okay.
Right. Cornerback Tanner Mordecai is out.
Tanner Mordecai. That hurts.
Wide receiver Chamere Dyke is questionable.
All right.
Wide receiver Chris Lewis, questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy. Meanwhile, the Hoosiers are sitting there. Camper's questionable. Great name. Hoosiers are live, buddy. Hoosiers are fucking live. You're not on board. You're not on board with this.
They're live. I like it. I'm playing Wisconsin in this game. I just think the matchup is very bad for what the strengths are and weaknesses.
That has nothing to do with your future on Wisconsin.
Yeah, listen, that thing. It's not dead, but it's we're hanging on by a string.
Well,
all right, I'll give you a tragic magic if you want Bobby Knight style. A lot of red up there in that color, and
Yeah, Bobby Knight. By the way,
round you're celebrating with your appetite. Bad round you're using your appetite to forget about the round. I'll tell you something about appetite. It's a real fucking great thing to have.
And that's what the Hoosiers are going to have this Saturday in Bloomington at Memorial Stadium. Who's your next one?
Who's your next one? He goes right into it. Well, all right. Let's go a big one here. What about a team we've been riding all year to victories? Now, this is a different kind of step up in class for them, obviously. And that is Rich Rods at Jacksonville State going to South Carolina.
I like it.
Going to South Carolina.
I like it. Battle of the Gamecocks.
Battle of the Gamecocks. That's right.
They never played before.
Yep, never played before. They're getting 15.5, 5 to 1 on the money line.
I like this one. mainly because South Carolina is not going to get up for this game.
You're right. South Carolina is going to absolutely breeze right through this game.
I'd say
it's an early morning kickoff too. I mean, it's not like
the way that they're losing.
Yeah,
I think it's checkout for certain players that could be in the NFL. That's a rattler, right?
Yep.
Then you add in the motivational side of you have this team at Jacksonville State that none of them were recruited by SEC schools. I think they can hang around. South Carolina's got a history of doing this.
Yeah, absolutely they do.
East Carolina's head coach used to be at the Citadel. I remember when the Citadel went into Columbia, South Carolina, and won.
Yeah,
I think that was against Muschamp, but they doesn't matter. The point is, this happens all the time for the Gamecocks. I feel like it's happened a couple times.
They just consider it a week of rest.
Yeah.
And Bieber, I can definitely
App
see
State won there. Yeah, App State won there not that long ago. I like this Rich Rod angle.
Yep.
What's that money line?
Plus 500. That's a live dog.
Yes.
I mean, I think they're rated just as well with them too. You know,
Zion Webb's been in college 75 fucking years. Former Clemson recruit.
Yes.
All right. He's back in the state of South Carolina. All those people that said he couldn't play at Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Revenge.
Love it. Give it to me.
All right. I got a double-digit dog too that we can do on that.
All right.
Where the hell was it? It is right in Houston, Texas. The Rice Owls.
Love our Rice Owls. It's on my list.
The Rice Owls are taking on SMU. SMU all year.
They're show ponies.
Oh my God. They are a true fucking show pony.
Those aren't Mustangs. Those are show ponies.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Look, their best win on the season. I mean, not by score, because they did beat Temple 55-0. But Temple's horrible.
I kind of like Temple this week. But go ahead.
I don't. I already bet Navy. Don't have that be true.
I'm just taking the 6.5. But all right.
I mean, actually, they did beat Tulsa by 59 the next week. But those teams suck ass. All right.
Correct.
Their best win, team wise, is probably Charlotte.
Yeah, and we all know.
Poggi.
And I love Biff. And I was on that, and I gave out Charlotte over to everybody that would listen.
I mean, look at these records. They've played La Tech,
but they're not a good team.
3-6.
Yep.
They played Prairie View in the FCS, who's 3-5 in the FCS. They played Charlotte, who is 2-6. So I guess they're not the best.
Right.
ECU, who's 1-7. Temple, without their starting quarterback, who's 2-6. Tulsa, the Golden Hurricane, who are 3-5, but a misleading 3-5. If you watch them, that's the easiest resume of all time. Rice is going to beat them on the fucking money line.
And our Owls are hot.
Plus what? 370. I'm seeing 360.
I got 360 here. Yeah. Plus 12, plus 360. And
it's a rivalry game. This is an old school private school pussy battle.
And this will hit our over if we get this one.
This will hit our over. We're home.
Boom. Let's get it.
We're home. It was 4.5, right?
It was 4.5.
Yeah,
right.
we're good. We're good.
We're at 4 now.
Yeah. Daniel says, did you watch Charlotte last Friday? They're awful. Yes.
But we know they're awful.
Who the fuck who's better? Charlotte and Tulsa play this weekend. We'll find out who's better.
We didn't give out Charlotte to make the fucking playoffs. We make the Final Four. We gave them out over 2.5. All right.
And if they win this week, we cash.
And we hit it.
That's the double-digit dog I like. I know you got the meth heads versus Mormons. Are you playing that one?
Meth heads versus Mormons.
That's
course.
A double-digit dog.
I love that. I love that double-digit dog. You're buying low on these Mormons after that beat down in Texas.
He's 30 years old coming into Morgantown. They're not going to be distracted from your bar scene.
No, absolutely
burning couches.
Not.
You know what I mean?
They'll use your moonshine to right there saying, to make a pie, make a funeral pyre or whatever they call that shit. I got BYU down there plus 10, plus 310. How can't you? I don't think they're that much of a difference of talent.
I don't think there's much of a difference in talent. I just wonder if that's a back-to-back away. They just got beat. Is that a body blow in Texas?
It's a tough situation, but BYU, they're built for those schedules. They go pilgrimages to Africa for fucking 5 years. All right, they can handle going to Texas and West Virginia.
I kept it off my sheet. I'll be honest, but I thought you would play it.
Yeah, I'm playing BYU for sure.
But I'll be honest, I'm not touching this one. I can see it happening.
Plus 310.
I can see it hitting. I'm not on it though.
All right, I'll give you one that I'll give you one that you'll like.
Okay,
I know you'll like this, and this is one we need too.
Yes.
And that is our lowest. New Mexico.
Green chili special.
Yep. Getting 10. Perfect. Plus 280 versus UNLV.
Oh, you don't just walk into Albuquerque.
No. No, UNLV, granted, did almost beat Fresno State last week.
They were down at one point, though, by like 21.
I know,
right?
but then they kept trying to, but they were inside of 10 like 3 times there at the end.
True.
Like, it was crazy.
No, it was key interception there. I watched that game.
Yeah. But, I think UNLV, I mean, I think New Mexico actually kind of matches up well against these guys for what they want to do.
Yeah.
And, obviously you can score on UNLV. That's not the press.
New Mexico's live.
Yeah, very live.
Very live because we need UNLV to lose.
We do need UNLV to lose out.
Yeah.
Right.
No, if we lose this, I think we're home. We're home.
This is the game we needed, right? This was the one upset we were saying, right? We needed this one.
Right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially after that Vanderbilt bullshit.
I know. Jesus
Any
Christ.
interest in the California Golden Bears in Eugene?
No, I don't. I mean, to come off that game they just had there, the USC game, that was the one we circled when we did the Cal season preview, and we had them,
All right.
Which we should have got. I'm still disappointed we didn't get that Cal out.
I know there's another double-digit dog, but I don't think Vanderbilt's live against Auburn. I think they can cover the 12 and a half.
That's all I have for double digits.
Okay. Yappers. I got
a couple
a few medium range yappers that I love.
All right.
I'm going to start off with Stillwater. Bedlam, the final time. I've been to Stillwater. That's that stadium.
Oh yeah, Bedlam, final time. Let's do it. Although this line is this line even a couple weeks ago would have been like 12, I believe, or double digits, Like it's weird. It's what is it, like 6?
6.
Yeah.
I think they're going to beat them outright, though.
All right, let's do it.
It's the final Bedlam. The stadium's bananas. It's really close to the fucking stadium. It's going to be rocking.
Yep.
I don't think Oklahoma's that good.
No, I know you don't. You've been hating on Oklahoma all year.
Oh, yeah.
And
continue that hate.
You were proven right.
Continue that
last
hate.
week, absolutely. So I like it. Why not? I'll be on Oklahoma, but I like it. I think Oklahoma State is definitely live. I just think that line. I think it's just value of laying that low of a number. And Okie State is popular. I mean, what a roller coaster Oklahoma State's already been through. All right, let me give you a small pop here because we got to hurry up. I guess we just got
about 5 minutes.
Right. All right. This one you got. I know you'll like this one. I mean, this one. It's just. I mean, this is our guy Dana. Houston. I think Baylor stinks.
I like this play.
I think Baylor just stinks. Not that Houston's any world beaters, but they're playing much better. They're getting 3.5 plus 155 at Baylor. I think they should be favored in this game.
Yeah, I like it.
This is insane. I like Houston to win going away here.
I like
Baylor,
it. I think they win at Baylor too.
Yeah,
this is an old renewed.
Yeah,
Southwestern classic.
Southwest classic. Yeah. Playing for the agricultural farm or gate or break or some shit.
I like this one. Okay. I think it's a solid play. And I'll join you on that.
All right.
Besides the under a Northwestern Iowa at Wrigley, do you like Northwestern to cover the 5 money line play?
No, I like Iowa there.
Okay. I'm not all the way sold on that one.
I mean, Ferenz is fired up. His baby boy. He didn't like the timing of it. I didn't like the timing of it. I didn't like the timing of it either. It should have been 2 years ago. The fuck are you talking about? You didn't like the timing of it, Ferenz. Anyway.
Clemson. That's a short yapper that's hitting.
There we go. You
Dabo,
like that?
Look, when Dabo sounds off on somebody in Spartanburg, South Carolina, he means it, damn it. And they're going to prove it on the football field. The Mitchell Evans, the star tight end for Notre Dame's injured.
They're really only a couple plays away from being, one loss or
Clemson's
no loss,
winning that game outright.
Yeah.
Ride that short yapper.
What do you think?
Thank me later.
What do you think of this USC Washington game?
I can see that going either way.
Absolutely. No. It all depends on your opinion on because we know. I feel like we know what USC is. They don't have any defense. They're never going to have a defense. This is what it is. Now, if you believe Washington is also just coming down and they're not the same team we thought they were and they're one-dimensional, which they've kind of looked the last couple of weeks, or were they just playing? Are they just bored the last couple of games that let down and they're going to crank it up for a game versus USC, which I kind of think.
I took Washington.
I kind of like Washington too. I kind of think Washington, not that they can flip a switch and go right back to where they were in the first couple of weeks, but they've been bored the last couple of weeks. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And I think DeBauer's a better, I think he's underrated, criminally underrated as a head coach. I think he can.
At the same time, I don't see them stopping USC.
Yeah,
ever.
It's going to be 52-49.
Yeah,
right. and maybe it'll be a push for you.
Right.
Daniel in the chat's asking about Maryland. No. I've learned the hard way on that.
I told you guys to get off Maryland.
A few years ago,
when we gave you we gave out Northwestern money line against them.
A few years ago, I locked up Maryland against Penn State. They lost 59-0.
Yeah,
I will never take that one again. and they call off the dogs. That could have been 75-0.
All right.
Another short yapper before we get out of here is to me, I think ULM is live in Hattiesburg.
Okay.
Get on over there. Ride Never Fade a Bowden in a road game. And LSU. LSU wins in Bama.
LSU wins in Bama. I like that.
Wins in Bama.
Why not? Go for it.
How about a little Louisiana two-step parlay? ULM and LSU getting it done.
Nick Saban himself said it, that good defenses don't beat good offenses anymore in college football because the offenses are too good. And we obviously know LSU's offense is better than Alabama's.
Yeah. And they got the quarterback's been playing since fucking Nixon administration.
Also my Cyclones play of the week.
I love this. I love the Cyclones.
Iowa State.
Iowa State minus the points after anytime you throw a goalpost in a body of water, you have to
you fade that team.
Folks.
I like that.
Give CJ a follow on Twitter at CJ Sullivan _.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Twitter at the Colby D.
Yep.
The College Football Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And we'll be back in about.
Follow the Bottom Line Bombs too. Go on YouTube. Go to Bottom Line Bombs on SGPN. Follow it. Subscribe to it. I don't even care if you listen.
Get those subscriptions.
Yeah, I don't even care if you listen to it. Just subscribe to it. Matter of fact, I prefer you don't listen to it. Get the hell out of here, you son of a bitch. Especially when it's called me Matt Rule, you motherfucker. Just kidding. Come on board. I'll have you too.
I mean, could have been.
I love Matt.
Who was the coach before Frost? Or no, before Riley? LSU defensive coordinator. I'm drawing a blank. Anyway,
we're not talking about Mangini or not.
He's a Youngstown State head coach too. Bo Pelini.
Bo Pelini. I like Bo Pelini.
Folks. I'm doing the FCS show in about 5 minutes.
All right,
5-10 minutes. So check out FCS college football preview and picks for week 10 coming up next. All right. Until next time, this is the College Football Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Run and shoot.